What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another FIFA 23 video. As promised in the 6 PM content video guys, we are going to have a look at all of the leaked content from Foot Sheriff and some other content creators that he's retweeted with and engaged with for today. So much is coming tomorrow. A lot of it is quite overwhelming for people, so I'm going to try and simplify it for you guys and break down the information on what's what. And I'm going to give you a bit of information on the card types and what stays and what doesn't as well. So if you're enjoying the content, first of all, drop a thumbs up. It would be very much appreciated. And second of all, if you don't like leaks and you don't want to know what's coming, please just click off the video. Come back at 6 PM tomorrow when we actually get the content. And I'll have a breakdown for you for the actual content tomorrow that is live and in-game. We can have a look at skill moves, weak foots, in-game stats, and get more of an information of what EA are actually going to give us. So again, if you're not into the leaks, I don't want to spoil anything for anyone, so just click off the video, right? That would be fine. However, if you're here because you want to know what's coming, because you can't wait and because you're excited like a little kid at Christmas, like me, this is the right place for you. So first of all, the World Cup stars have been leaked, right? All of them have been announced, and the World Cup stars are swaps, it seems. Although we've got Fabinho here, he has actually linked a list of all of them. So Fabinho, Coman, and Hazard are like the top three, and they are going to be in swaps, and they're going to cost 15 tokens each. We'll get to the tokenomic side of things soon. But Fabinho looks very good. Coman looks very good. Hazard looks very good. We've then got the next layer, which is Mason Mount, Danilo Pereira, and Morata. We've got Kostic, Kramaric, and Correa. We've got Christensen, Ake, and Brandt. And of course, there's one from each nation. I actually think there's two Spanish players in here as well. There's Morata there. I think there's another Spanish player, but Christensen, Ake, Brandt, Valencia, Shaqiri, who's good if you've got the MLS squads, guys. Now, we at this moment, we don't know how these players link. We don't know if they link to each other, which I think would be brilliant. We don't know how they link to same nation, same club, or same league. We're going to have to wait until tomorrow for that. Beresinski for Poland, Vina for Uruguay, Guardado, Munir in there as well. Oh, that's weird because that Guardado is this card type, but the other one was the other card type. That's very peculiar. Asano for Japan, Moore for Wales, Al Sharani for Saudi Arabia, Aidu, Nuhu, and Lee Jae-sung. And these guys obviously come in at a very low cost of tokens. And we'll get to the token side of things, as I say, very shortly. Right? So we've got Diatta, Jahan Bakash, and Mark Anthony K. Rustic, Calvo, Talbi, and Cannon. Now, of course, there is no Qatar players in FIFA. Thus, there is no Qatar player. Oh, it was Munir. Didn't Munir used to play for Spain? I think he did, didn't he? I think he did. Maybe he didn't. Maybe I'm just completely wrong on that. But those are all of the World Cup stars that have been leaked. They're all the ones. They're going to be as swaps. We'll get to that as we go. As we continue to move, regarding the World Cup players, I leaked some days ago here. There's another World Cup player here. There's a dynamic duo that was in FIFA at 6 PM, but not properly in FIFA at 6 PM. We have got a France World Cup star. Any guesses? Well, we know it's Coman now because there it is. And then Hazard is there and Mount is there. Then it gets to today's more interesting content. Now, Correa is there. Correa wasn't listed as he was. So whatever this red card type is definitely in the game because it's on the splash screen, right? I don't know what this card type is, but this card type is also in the game, I believe, right? Let me go to check my my other channel real quick. Yeah, this card type is also in the game. So I'm very, very confused. So EA are giving us a card type that we haven't seen yet from the content that EA have given us so far. Either this one isn't these cards or this one isn't these cards. But if I show you right here, as small as this is going to look, we've got the icon cards, the Path to Glory cards. We've got the cards just underneath my face cam right in the center of the screen, which is the ones that Sheriff's been leaking for the World Cup stars. But then we've also got this is on the actual splash screen of FIFA right now. If we go out of FIFA and go back into FIFA, you will see we have got that red card, or whatever, the mauve card. It's going to log me straight back in, isn't it? It always does this. It gave me a split second, if that. It's content. Bye. Let's go back out and go back in again. Summer swaps tokens. Well, no, the swaps tokens are We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Just no, EA, please, just let me see the splash screens for once in your life. Give us what we want, not what you think we want. I'm not logging out and logging in for a laugh. I want to see what you got to offer, you know? Oh, this is a joke. This is actually a joke. It's not worth it at this point. I actually don't want to know anymore. There we go. All right. Here. So, on this screen here, we've got the card type over on the left-hand side, which is the timed card type. These players are only going to be in the game throughout the duration of the World Cup promo. They're going to be in cards. It's like Modric will replace Modric, Callum Wilson will replace Callum Wilson, and so on and so forth. We've then got the swaps tokens, which also wasn't on the card types that we saw earlier. And then we've got this here, World Cup Stars, Packs and Picks. So if this is the World Cup Stars card type, right, which it looks like it might well be, this one here, then what the hell is this card type here? We still don't know what this card type is. However, I digress. We continue. Guardado's coming. We've just seen him. Larson got end of an era. Team of the week, nobody cares about. Christensen, we've seen. Kostic, Ake, we've seen. Now it gets interesting. Some of the World Cup swaps rewards. 82 plus by 20 pack. 84 plus by 20 pack. Player pick 1 of 5 Path to Glory. 1 of 4 World Cup Hero. 1 of 3 World Cup Icon. And that sounds really interesting. Until you get to see the other stuff that's coming and how many tokens there are, right? So as we carry on, Cafu and Vieira, both World Cup icons, are coming as World Cup swaps rewards. Then he talks about the History Makers cards, which EA tweeted about, which is this right here. EA gave us some information on History Makers. Play FIFA 23 by January 3rd and get 2 FIFA World Cup History Makers in FIFA Ultimate Team. So supposedly these are just going to be like low tier or just like downgraded, right? The reason why it's not the cards being inverted for colors is because this card type was actually on the official EA info piece, and then the red one is also now on the game as well. So EA have tweeted both of those card types. It isn't like some custom design. So the History Makers are on the screen right there. I think they're a bit underwhelming. I don't think they're needed for us to talk about here today. He then carries on. Path to Glory and Nkunku is coming. Now, of course, if you didn't know, the Path to Glory players are upgradable based on their performance from their nation in the World Cup. They can get up to 3 informs, up to 5-star, 5-star, and 3 extra traits if they win the World Cup. Now, the first comment was, and the first question was, if Nkunku, who already has 5-star skill moves, goes ahead and let me find the upgrade path. Goes ahead and gets to the upgrade path of 5-star skill moves. What happens? Because he already has a 5-star skill move, so he can't get upgraded to the 5-star skill moves, right? And the answer to that question is the way he gets upgraded is he gets a bonus upgrade. So he will actually get 4 upgrades. So if France win the World Cup, we will have a 92 rated Nkunku that is 5-star, 5-star with 3 bonus traits added on. That could be mad. Like mad. Because there's obviously a lot of Path to Glory cards. We're going to get to them. So Nkunku's Path to Glory card, if France wins the World Cup, obviously that's incorrect because we've got further information. Irving Lozano has also got a card. Now, it's unlikely Mexico are going to go much further than just getting out of the group, and even that is up for contention. So he might not necessarily get any upgrades, but Lozano's been leaked. And these are the cards, right? Vieira and Cafu, these are the World Cup swaps icons. And what's the most interesting thing about these 2 cards is they're better than their mids, but not quite as good as their primes. 40 tokens for Vieira, 30 tokens for Cafu. The question is how many tokens in total? And the answer is 50 tokens in total. And that's why what the packs offer is quite interesting, because I think for the first time ever, taking the players over packs is actually going to be more valuable for the first time ever. And that for me is a massive W from EA. Right? So Vieira looks incredible. Cafu does look also incredible, but obviously defenders are kind of like a bit meh, whatever. Vieira, as we all know, with the custom body type and the custom animations and things like that, and just being overpowered in the game, the fact that we're all going to be, by like the middle of December, we're all going to be running around, if we took Vieira, with a basic prime Patrick Vieira, does that not feel like it's pushed the power curve a bit too high, a bit too fast? I think so. But I'm going to be getting Vieira because obviously as an Arsenal fan, I love him. And so I'll be taking him. We then got Pulisic to be released as a path to glory. I do think USA could get out of the group with England, so Pulisic could see himself get an upgrade. Kyle Walker is getting a path to glory card. He's already a dumb broken card in this game, so if he gets even a couple upgrades or 3 upgrades up to a 5-star skill move or a 5-star weak foot, he could be ridiculous, right? And then it says about the tokens. So 2 tokens for these low tier players, 3 tokens for these low tier players, 4 tokens for these low tier players. We then have 5 tokens for Guardado and Kramaric, 6 for Kostic, 8 for Christensen, Correa, Danilo Pereira, Brandt, Morata, Ake, 10 for Mount, 15 for Hazard, Coman, Fabinho, 30 Cafu, 40 for Vieira. So I will be taking Vieira, which leaves me with 10 tokens. Now, because we don't know what those packs are going to cost, if they're like 1s, 2s, and 3s, I'm also going to get some packs. But if they're like a bit worse than that, you can't get Vieira and one of these top 3. But you can get Vieira and one of these guys here. And someone like that, Danilo Pereira, looks ridiculous. Correa looks very good. Ake looks ridiculous, and he's lengthy as well. And you can, once you get down to these guys here, you can actually start picking up 2 or 3 or 4 of them to be able to get more players for your club. Now, unless you're from one of these nations, likely you don't go for these cards. You probably go for packs. But I like the fact that you can get Vieira and some other cool players as well. Bruno Guimaraes got released as a Path to Glory card coming. And again, Brazil have got every chance to go all the way. So he could very much become a 90 rated 5-star player with 3 extra traits, which would be unreal. Information for World Cup swaps. Total number of tokens is 50. Starts November the 11th. There'll be bonus tokens in store. 2 of the total tokens will be part of the season progress rewards. Obviously, the new season starts tomorrow. Kyle Walker if England win the World Cup. 5-star, 90 rated. Path to Glory players that already have 5-star weak foot or 5-star skill moves will receive an extra inform upgrade if they reach the semi-final. About World Cup icons, they will get an overall between mid and prime. The W info is that skill moves and weak foot can be higher compared to their prime. So we could have 5-star skill move Patrick Vieira, which would be crazy. Some of them may only be available in SBC or objective rewards. Obviously, the 2 icons that we've seen in swaps is just 2 of the World Cup icons. There's going to be a whole bunch of them, and some of them will only be available as SBC or objective rewards. Now, how cool is that? That we're going to be able to get to play for World Cup icons as objectives. I'm excited. What will happen to Team of the Week? We will have a Team of the Week next week. After that, Team of the Week will pause during FIFA World Cup. Your Team of the Week packs and FUT Champions rewards will be replaced with minimum overall packs and player picks. I initially thought that's pretty cool, and it is pretty cool. You know, minimum overall pack and pick is going to be quite nice with all of this content, and there is a lot of content coming. However, it means that EA aren't putting promo cards as red rewards, and that sucks. Just let us get these cards as rewards. Who cares, man? You know, who cares? 6 p.m. content, obviously, we looked at earlier. And I had a few people say, what was EA's mistake? EA made 2 mistakes in the 6 p.m. content video. First of all, the dynamic duo were in concepts and should have been in the game, but weren't actually in the game. Mistake number 2 was that the promo was starting at 5 p.m. and it's not. It is starting at 6 p.m. They corrected that after the fact. Bruno Guimaraes, we've already looked at. Heroes will be available starting from tomorrow. They will be in FUT across 2 teams, probably including a Path to Glory Team 1 and 2. Same as icons, some of them only as objective or SBCs. Very exciting again. And then we have Marco Reus released as a Path to Glory player. Obviously, he's not going to the World Cup. He's injured. Shock horror, Marco Reus is injured. But this card looks ridiculous. And if Germany go far, and they can go far, right? This could be like a 92 rated 5-star Reus with traits. He would just be crazy. Absolutely crazy. And then just now as well, Sheriff did indeed tweet one more thing, I believe, which is another Path to Glory card. And that is Berghaus from Ajax, an 87 rated Netherlands player. He looks okay, nothing crazy. So that is everything that's coming tomorrow that we know so far. However, one of the other cool things is EA released this splash screen earlier at the 6 p.m. content, and these players haven't been leaked. We don't know who the Chelsea player is with 90 defending. We don't know who the Portuguese player is who's 90 rated. And so there is, even with leaks, I still think there is so much more to come. Obviously, EA put in an info piece a couple weeks ago that we're going to be getting repeatable, upgradable content. I genuinely think there is going to be an absolutely insane amount of content tomorrow throughout the World Cup. And I am very excited. Very excited. Let me know what you think about all this information down below, guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. I'm out. Peace.